Okay, hello everyone. So this afternoon I'm quickly recording a workshop on how to um, host your static websites with Firebase Hosting. So over the last 3 weeks, I've been doing a series on for absolute beginners how to get started with coding. So I realized that there are so much information out there to get started with web development today. But at the same time, for a lot of beginners, it's very easy to get lost in the ocean of information and then you get really overwhelmed. So that's the reason why I started this series over the past 4 weeks to help absolute beginners navigate tools, resources, ecosystems that will help them to get started in web development. And like I always say, that web development is as actually a very good entry point for anyone looking to get started in tech. Whatever what you want to learn, maybe you want to be a backend engineer, you want to be a developer, uh, or you want to be into machine learning, AI, whatever it is. But I felt like web development give you a easy access to get started immediately, even if you want to be a mobile app developer or anything. So starting up with web development is a good place to give you like it give you like an easy access to be able to like understand how the tech ecosystem work. And then if it grabs a little bit of that, then you can then branch out into wherever you think it's appropriate for you. And if you miss any of this series, you can actually check my channel and then you can see all of the recorded videos. So today, I'm going to show us how to get started hosting your static website on Firebase. So uh, we've been doing this before. Firebase is a Google service that is really amazing. So let's go to firebase.com. So if you go to firebase.com, it's really amazing. So what Firebase help you do is to provision cloud services for you in such a way that on-demand cloud services. So most of the things are already done for you. So it give you like a very fast way to build your apps without running all of these backends that are really complicated to get started with. So it's really, they have a lot of services. They have build cloud firestore for your Firebase for database. They have authentication services. They have crash analytics, Google Analytics, remote config, and stuff like that. So there are a lot of services that Firebase provide. But one of those services and product is hosting. So So to get started with Firebase is actually very easy. What you need to do is just sign up with Firebase. So I've already created my own account, so you could just quickly sign up with Firebase. If you have a Gmail account, it's just easy. You just need to like sign up with any of your Gmail accounts and then you can get started. So I've already done that. Also, another thing you need to do is to have Node.js install on your machine. So if you have Node.js installed, because Firebase use JavaScript SDK, so we need to run JavaScript engine. Then to do that, we need Node to be able to do that. And then when you're done, If you go to your terminal, if you do like node, you can see that you already have node installed. So make sure you have node installed, and then after that you can go to your database Firebase console, which is easy. You see, so we already have this project here, Techie Blogger. That was what we were building during the course, but then I'll just quickly create a new project that we can quickly use. Let's say my host, just for demonstration purpose. And then when you do that, enable Google Analytics, you can do this, and then you click on continue. I'll just pick this account I have. If you don't have an account, you can create one, and then you create your project. So it's as easy as that, and then it's going to provision the resources that we need for this project. So if this is ready, we could just click on continue, and then we can see our project already up. And what we want to do now is what I call hosting, right? So we just need to come here and say, okay, we need hosting, and then we say get started. And the first thing you want to do is npm install g Firebase tools. So you want to copy this and go to your terminal, and then paste this here and then run it. So because I've already have this installed already, so I'm not going to do that again. So the next thing you're going to do is just click on next, and then you can do Firebase login. So when you do Firebase login, it's going to log you and make you create an authentication with your app. So because I've already done this, so I don't need to do this anymore. So the next thing you want to do is go to your app directory where you want to build where your static site is located, and run Firebase in it. So we are going to go and do that now. So you can look at this directory. I already have this. So I have this Firebase.json and this public folder here. So I'm just going to like go up one directory and create a new directory. Call my host, just for demonstration purpose. So if I see that, I can seed into my host, and then you can see we have this folder here. So let's get the files that we need for this project. So I'll just go to my desktop here, and so I have these files that we have, these static files that we've been working on. So I'm just going to copy the two of them. So I'll copy this, these two, and then I'll just go to desktop and then go to my host, and then I'll just like paste these two items here. So this is good. When I ls here now, you can see we have those files in there. So but one thing we want to do is that for our website to work, we need to have these files that we want to host into a folder called public, because that is the way Firebase actually work. Like, it's going to serve all our files from the public directory. So let's just put all of them inside there. So when I click ls now, so you can see I have this public directory in my host folder where my website resides. So what I'm going to do now is copy this Firebase init, and then we're going to go here and say Firebase init. So it's going to initialize Firebase for us, and we need to just select one of the services that we want to do, which is hosting. So this is hosting configure files for Firebase hosting, and optionally set up GitHub actions. So just like we did when I did the deployment to Vassal, we can actually do GitHub action with Firebase also. But for this, we'll not be doing this for this demonstration. So to select any one of these that we here, you just click on space, and this is going to select that, and then you click on enter. So we are going to use an existing project because we create one project, and then we are going to, the project is called my host, so that is what we are going to select. So what do you want to use as public directory? Is public what we created before, so we're going to keep it like that. Do you want to overwrite what is inside the index.html? So don't overwrite it because we already have our files inside. Then set up automatic builds, no, we don't want to do that for now. So public does already exist. Do you want to overwrite it? No, we don't want to overwrite it. And that's it. So now we have everything set up. So if I open this in code, for instance, you see that we have the public files where we have our images, and then we have this index.html where we have our index files, and then we have this 404 that doesn't exist. So I think this is automatically generated for us by Firebase. And that's it. All of our Firebase setup is done. So what we don't need to do is run Firebase deploy. So if we do Firebase deploy, it's going to deploy to server so that we can be able to save. So, and that's what is happening right now. It could just take a little while, and then it's going to deploy everything to Firebase. So after that, it's going to give us some of this URL here. You can click from here, or you can just go to your Firebase hosting and click on next. You can see what I just did here, Firebase deploy, to be able to deploy our website, and then continue to console. So when you go to the console, we're going to see our current deployment that we just did. I can see the URL that we can use to visit it. So I can click on this URL now, and you can see, voila, we have our website deployed. You can see that the images are really big right now, so I'm just going to make a quick change to these images to make it a little bit reasonable, and then we can redeploy again, just to show you how you can make changes and then deploy them. So if we go to our images here, so if we go to the images, I'll just add one attribute called width, and then I'll set it to 500 pixel. I'll save this, and then I'll go to the next image also, and then set the width and still make it 500 pixels and save it also. And then when you're done with that, I'll just go to Firebase again and do the same thing I did before, Firebase deploy, and then it's going to redeploy the changes we just make right now, and then it's going to make them update our website automatically. So when I go here now to my Firebase, if I refresh here on the dashboard, you will see that we now have 2 deployments. You can see now we have this last deployment, and then this current deployment now. So if I go here now to the preview and then I refresh, you can see now we have a decent image size and everything is working as expected. And what I said is because in Firebase you can also add your custom domain name. You don't have to use this one provided by Firebase for you, and it's have decent hosting that you can host. If your website is not too complex, you can have it for free. I've been using it to host a lot of websites for free for a long time without paying any amount. Just add my custom domain and it's good to go. So if you have like a personal website, portfolio project, you can use Firebase for your hosting, and it's quickly amazing. So subscribe and share this video. I'll be expecting to see you again on Saturday, where we continue with CSS, JavaScript, and solving problem in computer science. Thank you very much for watching this live, and also share with your friend. Thank